Hello, grade 10s. My name is Abel Tembe, and I'll be your teacher for today. Uh, Today's topic is a very interesting topic, and that is map work and tour planning. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoy the lesson. All right, let's get to it then. We're gonna be looking at the location of different aspects on the color map of South Africa. First, we're going to be looking at South Africa's borders. We're going to be focusing on South Africa's borders, right? So, the southernmost country of the African continent, that is South Africa, right? It is bordered by 6 countries. It is bordered by Namibia, Botswana, Mozambique, Zimbabwe, Eswatini, and Lesotho. And Lesotho, it can be called an enclave because it is found within the borders of South Africa. Another aspect that we'll be focusing on are the provinces of South Africa. So we have to know that South Africa is divided into a total of 9 provinces, and each of these provinces has its own legislature, premier, and executive council. So let us name the 9 provinces. We're going to start with the Eastern Cape. The Eastern Cape, the capital city of Eastern Cape is Bisho. We have Free State, which is the capital city is Bloemfontein. We have Gauteng, which is Johannesburg, the capital city. We have KwaZulu-Natal, which is Pietermaritzburg. We have Limpopo, the capital city of Limpopo is Polokwane. We have Mpumalanga, the capital city is Mbombela. And we have Northern Cape, the capital city is Kimberley. And we also have Northwest, and the capital city of Northwest is Mahike or Mafike. I hope we're still together so far. Another aspect that we'll be focusing on is the international airports. South Africa's international airports. So there are over 8 international airports in South Africa, namely the famous one, which is the OR Tambo International Airport. I'm sure we have all heard about it. Isn't it, class? We have also Cape Town International Airport. Is also one of the famous ones. We have King Shaka International Airport. We have Port Elizabeth International Airport. We have Lanzaria International Airport, Kruger Mpumalanga International Airport, Polokwane International Airport, and Pilanesberg International Airport. So there might be more than the international airports that we have mentioned. So we're going to study about them next time. I have some other interesting information about international airports. The main international airports, I mentioned that OR Tambo is one of the most famous ones, right? So the main international airports are the OR Tambo, that serves Johannesburg and Pretoria, Lanzaria International Airport, that serves Johannesburg and Pretoria, where we at, and we have Cape Town International Airport, King Shaka International Airport in Durban, and the Nelspruit International Airport, which is very useful for those flying directly to the game parks in Mpumalanga, which is the province of the rising shine, so they say. And we also have other international airports, which is the Pilanesberg International Airport that serves Sun City, and Polokwane also has an international airport. And for those exploring the Garden Route, Port Elizabeth, East London, and George all have airports that link to Johannesburg or Cape Town. Alright, my dear learners, I hope you're still enjoying this lesson. Now we're going to look at other aspect, which is the harbors, South Africa's harbors. Now, you might ask yourself, what is a harbor, right? So, who wants to answer this one? Yes, you're right. A harbor refers to an area of the sea at the coast, which is partly enclosed by land or strong walls, so that boats can be left there safely, right? So, there are many harbors in South Africa, as we know, such as the Richards Bay, Durban, East London. We have Port Elizabeth, Mosel Bay, Cape Town, and Saldanha. So I think the most famous one has to be the one in Cape Town. We know that Cape Town is the southern tip of South Africa, is also considered an entry point into the African continent. All right, here we go again. We have some interesting information. You know I always hook you up. So, my dear learners, the port of Durban has the highest vessel traffic in the whole entire Africa, in the African continent. It also is the largest port facility in our country. The establishment of Richards Bay, it was in 1972. It started with the Parliament's approval for commercial harbor operations. The first mention of Port Elizabeth along the South African sea coast dates back to what? 1427. That's a long time ago. Very interesting, right? However, the British establishment in the 1830s is the beginning of its harbor status. So that is some information, some interesting information. All right, my dear students. Now we're going to look at other aspects, national highways. In other words, national roads as they are most known. So South Africa has 15 national declared highways. There might be more, but the most important national roads is the N1, the N2, the N3, the N4, and the N7. These all have motorway sections. The N1 links Cape Town with Johannesburg and Pretoria and continues to the other country, Zimbabwe. And also the N2 links Cape Town and Durban and continues along the Indian Ocean coast. So the N2, National Road 2, is a national road in South Africa that runs from Cape Town to Gqeberha, East London, Mthatha, and Durban to Ermelo. It is the main highway along the Indian Ocean coast, or in our country. Its current length is of 2,255 kilometers, which makes it the longest numbered road in South Africa. I hope we're still together, my dear learners. Now we're going to look at gateways. Gateways. Now, if I may ask, what is your understanding of gateway? Anyone? What is a gateway? Yes, you are right. A gateway refers to an opening or entrance, right? Cape Town is the second most populous city in the country. We know that. And it has been referred to as the digital what? Digital gateway to Africa. As I mentioned, Cape Town is where? Cape Town is down at the southern tip of Africa. So that's why it is considered the entrance to the African continent. All right, and now we're going to be focusing on South Africa's major mountains, the Thaba. So there are over 14,561 mountains in South Africa that we know, that have been recorded. And the highest mountain is called Mafadi. Mafadi is a peak on the border of South Africa and Lesotho, at a height of 3,446.1 meters. That's a very long height. It is the highest mountain in the nation of South Africa. It is the highest in our country. Here I go again. I have some interesting information for you, my dear learners. South Africa's most famous mountain is the Table Mountain. And I'm sure if you like traveling, I'm sure you have heard about Table Mountain. Table Mountain is the most iconic landmark in our country. It is also the country's most photographed attraction, and this famous cable car took millions of people to its top. So Table Mountain has become the single most welcoming icon to not only our people in our country, but travelers from all over the world. Isn't that interesting? All right, here we have some nice pictures of the Table Mountain. Some very interesting pictures of this iconic attraction. And we're going to be focusing on another aspect, which is rivers and dams. So South Africa has many rivers and dams. Major rivers include the Orange River, Limpopo River, Vaal River, the Tongela River, and the Olifants River, and there are many more rivers. So we have more than 500 government dams in South Africa. Isn't that interesting? With a total capacity of 37,000 million cubic meters. That's the same as about 15 million Olympic-sized swimming pools. That's very interesting. There are different types of dams. There's arc dam. The curved shape of these dams hold back the water in the reservoir. All right, my dear learners, we have come to the end of the lesson. Now, is there any question about the whole topic? Oh, nice. I'm very happy and I feel honored that we have all understood this topic. I'm looking forward to our next lesson. Thank you so much for coming. Have a great day.